Welcome everyone to my channel. If you're new here, this is going to be a general collective read. So please take what only resonates for you and leave the rest for somebody else. It may be for someone else. I do an oracle read. I don't use tarot cards. I don't have anything against them. I just do it a little differently. If you're new here, you'll see that I have different energies that I have incorporated into index cards that I have written here, and you're going to see how it goes. The first energy is going to be from the four elements that is going to be leading us in this direction of the energy for the collective. Fire is the primary element. So we are dealing with a passionate nature, could be spiritual, whatever type of inspiration that is very passionate for you. Earth is the secondary element. So a passionate, something that is moving us forward passionately and with an earth element. So I feel like there's a lot of conflicting thoughts or energies, maybe a decision that needs to be made, some strategy that's happening, something like that. I'm not necessarily think that it's good or bad that we are dealing with right now. And I'm having a hard time picking out what cards I'm going to pull next, which is not necessarily what I do. I've got a lot of clutter going on in my head right now. I feel like there's a lot of that going on right now. Passion, that's where the fire is coming from. Let's just see what spirit, what tool are we going to be using from our 7 chakras? What tool are we going to be using our 7 chakras? Let's see, I'll pull this one. The throat chakra. Kind of makes sense. Okay. From the 7 deadly sins, what is the lesson that we're going to be learning from Spirit? What are we going to learn? This one. Gluttony. To overconsume or lack of self-control. Okay. The Chinese zodiac sign that is going to be enhancing and clarifying this reading. There could be 2. Sometimes Spirit has me pick 2. This could be your sign. It doesn't have to be. Could be somebody else that you're involved with. It could be their sign, or could just be the energy that you're predominantly in. The rooster. The rooster is the 10th zodiac sign in the Chinese zodiac. So the rooster is hardworking, punctual, detailed-oriented, and very confident, as you would think a rooster would be. The negative side is they are cocky, obviously, overly controlling, sharp-tongued, and vain. So maybe that's where the gluttony comes into play with that. Overly controlling and vain. We didn't get vanity, though. That's, it's there, it's in there. I think a lot of the 7 deadly sins are woven into each other sometimes. They play off of one another in certain situations. Okay. In numerology, we're going to pull. You could be born in the sign of the year of the rooster. You don't have to be. Now I'm going to pull numerology, and you could be one of these life paths. You don't have to be. But they give a good guideline for the predominant energy in this reading. This one. 1. You could be a life path 1. The 1 is all about pioneer energy, natural leader, the birth of all things, and it's very powerful. So we're currently in the year of the 9. So the next following year in 2026 will be a 1 year, which will be very powerful. Okay, let's see what messages that we've got for this fiery energy that I'm still getting over this cold. And this incense that I have burning over here is not helping me because my throat is still irritated. Okay, that helped. All right. to move it away from me. You might have to move away from something or push something away or move away from a situation or person. I feel like that was very relevant. Spirit was trying to tell me it's a big one for somebody out there. Okay, you need to get away from whatever that is. Get away from it. Okay, what are the messages, Spirit? Anything wants to pop out? Okay, we're going to take them like this. Burst is in reverse. So something that is going to be the opposite of burst. Flat, I guess, would be. Desires or common or something that's nothing out of the ordinary. Burst would be like quick and hello, surprise, Interesting. North node is in reverse. North node, so the opposite of your north node would be someone who needs to be in the north node or could potentially be in their south node. But this is definitely either, there's a couple of different meanings. It could be a negative future, potentially outlook, or this could be focusing on the past. We have to see what other cards are clarifying it. Oh, this is interesting. Present frequency is upside down. So something about negative, something that's going to happen in the future that we're being warned about. Maybe that's why we need to step away from something. Cheerful spirit is upside down. The wound is the place where the light enters you. I love that card. Some of these are poems that I took from English literature, little bits and pieces. Lucid yellow golden sun is in reverse. We have a lot of reversals here. Holding hands of companions. So we only have three messages that are in the upright. Which is desires, the wound is the place where the light enters you, and holding hands of companions. Interesting. Okay, this is about pioneer, one energy, leadership, the birth of all things. Oh, this is interesting. And it's talking about, we got one, which is all about new beginnings. And we've got the North Node, which is all about moving forward in reverse. And present frequency is in reverse. So I feel like and I know I'm sick, and maybe I should have thought twice about burning the incense, but it's funny how we got throat chakra, and maybe Spirit is trying to demonstrate through me that we need to speak up on something collective needs to speak up on something because it could impact the future. It could have something negative is going to happen or could happen or something that needs to be addressed kind of thing. Okay, so let's get, what is the clarification for burst in reverse, Spirit? What is the clarification for burst in reverse? So something that's just like not exciting, not a burst of energy. The opposite could be slow moving. I feel like that could be what it is. Okay, yeah. Ha, yeah. Lullaby. So energy that is very calm. This card is very similar to Four of Swords energy, rest. This could be a retreat. I said you needed to move away from something earlier in the reading before I started. 38. 3 is creativity and could be communication or community. 8 is all about your abundance and infinite energy, which is interesting. So needing to maybe slow down and take a pause. 38 is that 9, 10, 11? Yeah, that's 11. I don't know why. 11 is a master number. It is all about It's very psychic energy and it's very intuitive. It's a one and a two. It's one energy, which is pioneers, which is like a visionary, and two is all about balance and bringing things together, like bridging two things together. So there needs to be a slowdown of something to harmonize something. I feel like desires is the next, in order to achieve your desires, you may need to slow down on something. You may need to bring harmony into something. There needs to be a creative way of doing something, or you need to communicate something. We did get the throat chakra. 3 is all about communication. So harmonizing something in a better communication structure. No rain today, yes. Focusing on your desires in just more of a positive way. Instead of focusing on the rain of the situation, you're going to focus on the sunshine. And 37 has got a 3, which is again about creativity, could be about communication or community. 7 is very spiritual, and it's also about a thirst for knowledge. There could be some information that either you're trying to learn or information that you're going to acquire, which makes sense. 37 is that's a 10, so we got the 1. It's a pioneer energy, something that is in the beginning of. You're going to start, so your desires are all about, going after something. So it's obviously you need to focus on the positive outcome of the situation. So Spirit is saying, just, keep your chin up. And that's the energy that you want to be in, regardless of how hard it is and how challenging it is. It's better to be in a positive energy because positive attracts positive. You don't want to bring in, they're like magnets. You don't want to, it's hard to do, it's easier said than done, but you have to focus on things and the silver lining in a situation as best as you can to get that energy. What is the North Node energy here? I'm just going to start pulling cards here. Nothing wants to pop out. Okay. I'm just going to go down the line here really quickly. And okay. Bottom of the deck is the Observer. Number 50. 50 breaks down to a 5. 5 is all about change, could be conflict, and it is also about adventure because, changing can be very adventurous. This is the Observer. So the prominent energy here is you're going to be in a position to sit back and observe something very carefully. And maybe that's why you need to slow down. With the burst coming in reverse, clarified by Lullaby, which is very 4 Swords energy, to slow down a little bit. And you're going to be able to focus on the positive side of what you're aiming for, what your desires are in this situation. North Node is in reverse. It's clarified by Listen, number 6, which is all about harmony. I can't talk. Harmony and love. This is very High Priestess energy and also a combination of the Temperance card, as you can see. She's very tapped in. She's able to listen to everything that's around you. This is about passion and speaking up on something that has to do with an earth tangible situation. So this could be one of two things. Something in the future, you're going to have to really tap into your listening skills and bring some harmony and some balance in to a situation. Just get very grounded. You may have to something. I'm going to get a little bit more information with this. You'd like with the Observer, you may have to just step back and be very aware of things that are going on. I feel like something's going to happen and you're going to see it happen in slow motion. When this future thing happens, you're going to see it go down and you're going to be able to just, watch it all unfold. Something like that. I don't know, but you need to start practicing that and start getting into the state of, I don't know, I want to say Zen or whatever it is, it's going to help you focus, because I feel like the energy is this year is gonna be a very active year. We're in a 9 year. So I feel like in whatever situation this is in pertaining to, your best bet is to kind of slow down in what you're doing and take a breath. And you'll be able to rely more on your instincts better. They'll be more clarified in this. Whatever this negative future situation could be, this also could be maybe you're maybe not using all your strengths that you need to be, and you should be doing this more. So this is more leaning into your strengths and getting out of your comfort zone, and maybe you're not doing that, or someone around you is not doing that, and it's impacting the situation. Future frequency is in reverse, but I feel like since we also got the North Node frequency in reverse, it's kind of the similar thing. There's something in the future that's not going to feel so good. But this is a past. This is interesting. I didn't see this. So treasured memories is 18. A 1 is the pioneer energy that we got. It's about leadership in the beginning of all things. And an 8 is all about, again, your abundance, infinite energy. And we got that up there in the lullaby. So we got 8 coming out here twice. But this is about treasured memories, looking back fondly at those memories that you had in your life. But this is present frequency. So that these two do clarify one another, but I feel like there's something maybe that you did that occurred in the past, or that you experienced in the past, might come up again. And you're going to need to learn from this moment, because if you don't, it may not feel or turn out so well. And that's maybe why you need to slow down when you observe this moment, so that you can see it and you know not to repeat the cycle. That's what I'm getting from that. I feel like there's going to be a potential for you to repeat a cycle in this situation. Cheerful spirit is in reverse. So we're not happy about something. Butterfly garden. This is the Temperance card. This is about taking a step back. Again, it's telling us to pause and looking at the beauty and the little things. She's looking at the beauty in this little tulip and this butterfly, and she's really appreciating that simple moment. And sometimes the small, simple moments are the reason why we're here and why we're living. It is. It's bigger. Sometimes you think that's so small and so whatever, but when we are in a conflict situation where there's a big change happening, and observe is all about 5 and change. Maybe you're going to be observing a big change. You always treasure those little moments and wish that you could have had more of them. So maybe that's why we're not feeling so good, is because maybe we feel like we missed out on some things that we needed to slow down on, or that we should start slowing down on, because you're going to look back on this and you're going to feel like those moments just there weren't as many of them as you would have liked. You had some, but there weren't as many of them as you liked. And the wound is the place where the light enters you. So maybe this is painful for you, or you're feeling hurt. If there's some light being shed on this, you're gonna get a light that's gonna show you the illumination of where this hurt is coming from. The dear friend is 47. 4 is all about stability, and 7 is very spiritual, and it's all about learning. What did I say my dear friend was? 47. Oh yeah, because it looks like the Knight of Pentacles. So it's like the Knight of Pentacles, your life evolves over time. And so in this learning about your relationships with people, and that's why, and learning with the relationship, but this is one energy. So yeah, I feel like you're going to learn something maybe through like a repetitive moment where a cycle is going to come around, and you actually have an opportunity to learn from it. And you're going to realize that the small precious moments that you missed out in life, or that you didn't have as many of as that you wanted to have, with your relationships with people, places, family, pets, whatever your work, whatever you're very fond of that means a lot to you, those precious things, you're going to realize that whatever you're feeling down about or lack in, or have kind of a sadness that you're carrying with you, it's going to become exposed because of this knowledge that you've learned over your life, where you've gone on this journey, and you're going to reflect back on that. So when you start to see this repetitive pattern happen in your life, this cycle, you're going to have that, it's going to click moment where you're like, I don't want to go through this again, because I enjoy having my peace. I enjoy having those moments that I can share with people, places, and situations that I love. And that's ultimately what your life is all about. Yes, it's great to have success and to have accolades and to have a strong foundation, but your passion is wanting to experience everything, including those smaller moments that are so meaningful and so precious. And then we have, in reverse, lucid yellow golden sun. So something that's not going to be so easy to see, or not illuminated to you, or something that maybe isn't as joyful. The gift is clarifying it. Number 23, which breaks down to a 5. And the observer is the energy, that's the overall energy, and that's a 50, which breaks down to a 5. So something about change that's going to change, a situation that's going to switch up. Either you're going to figure this out within yourself, or you can take back the reins on something and change your patterns that you see yourself going down in your life, because you don't want to keep traveling down that way. So there's going to be like an 2, you've got the balance here, you're going to bring something into balance. And 3 is either about community or creativity, or it could just be about, I want to say, clarity, because this gift is going to give you clarity. I know 3 isn't necessarily about clarity, but when you have communication, that does give you clarity. I felt like there's something that's going to be communicated to you, whether you're going to realize the cycle and you're going to communicate it to yourself and go, okay, this is what I need to stop doing, kind of thing. Maybe the gluttony, maybe the lesson that we need to learn is taking back control in a situation instead of having such a lack of self, because gluttony is all about a lack of self-control. And it is overconsumption, but to overconsume, you have to have a lack of self-control. So maybe there is a lack of self-control in something that is a cycle that keeps repeating with you. And you're going to get, maybe the gift is the wake-up call, or there's a gift here that you don't see because it's lucid sun, and it's, excuse me, lucid yellow golden sun. So this is like the sun card for me, and it's in reverse. And that's probably why you got desires and you got focusing on the sun, because you need to do more of that up front. Leading into this, focusing on the positive, because maybe this isn't so happy. The situation isn't so happy with whatever you're dealing with. It isn't quite so sunny. It might be a little gloomy. And, or maybe it's something that you don't quite see. You don't have the clarity in this, but there is a gift there. There's a gift when you see it, but you're not seeing, You're not seeing something and it's so funny. You need to be the observer to see it. This is the advice. I'm learning that in this reading, Spirit is teaching me now. Spirit's teaching me, you're going to see it here first. Spirit's teaching me that the bottom of the deck in these readings is the advice. I used to think, oh, it's the overall energy or it's a strong, this is advice. Your advice is the second time I've gotten this and is schooling me now. This is all something that Spirit told me I was guided to do. But this is your advice. You need to learn to change. This is number 50, which breaks down to a 5. This is all about challenges, adventure, and change. And these can be quite uncomfortable to do, but you need to be the observer in this. You need to see something. There's something that you need to see that right now you're not seeing. Maybe your judgment is being clouded or something is being blocked or foggy or something, but there's a gift there somewhere. There's something that's going to benefit you, that's going to bring balance, that's going to bring potentially a lot of creativity, maybe with a communication or a community. And I say with a community or with another person because we've got holding the hand of companions. And companions is plural, so it's more than one person. So this could be family, this could be friends, this could be a community, your work situation or whatever it is that you're doing or project that you're involved in. And it's clarified by tiny triumphs. 21, which breaks down to a 3, which is again about community, communication, and creativity. And we did get fire, something that's very passionate, could be creative, something that's the beginning and the start of something. I feel like this is like a rebirth. I mean, this is because 1 is the birth of all things, but I feel like there's a cycle here that you're going to discover. You don't quite see it yet. There's a gift that's about ready, waiting to be exposed. It's going to help you be able to see something, or you need to see this in order to see the gift. I'm going to break this down in just a second. That's the advice. And you're going to be experiencing a lot of success with a group of people. You're going to have a support system, whether it's your spirit team, your ancestors, your angels, whatever you work with, or it is in the physical, it's your family, your friends, a community. So there's going to be a lot of success in bringing balance and new beginnings. This is 21, 2, and a 1. There's a lot of strong support there. And however you're getting that, that is most definitely there. And maybe that's the gift that you need to see, or that will help you sit back more and be an observer, because you're going to have the support that you need. And being able to see everything is going to allow you to see how everything is connected. And this is 12, which also breaks down to another 3, which is also about communication, creativity, and community, and communication. So we've got a 1 and a 2 again, and 1 is again this pioneer energy. So something that's going to start. I feel like a cycle you're going to see. Yeah, because this is on the bottom of this, we have weaving flowers, which this is very much like the 8 of Pentacles. So this is all about your craft, whatever you're working on, your skill, your talent. 33 is a master number. It has 2 numbers involved in it. It has the 3 and the 6. So 3 is all about creativity, communicate. We've been getting 3s all throughout this, and it's so funny how this was right underneath here. And then 6 is all about harmony and infinite love. 3 is very powerful, very spiritual. So, and this is about referring to something that you really love, that's a passion of yours, that's very creative. You have a skill that hasn't been revealed to you yet. You have a talent, you have a hidden talent that you need to discover. You have something hidden in you. Because this was underneath here. You've got some kind of secret that's going to be revealed to you through your work, through your hobby, through your skill, through whatever your craft is. It's going to get revealed. But first, you have to see this situation when this. I feel like whatever this repetitive thing that you're going to see that you do that has to do with maybe a lack of self control, that's tied to like a gluttony, but not really. It could be something that you do or someone else does in a situation that is from a past memory that you treasured, but you're going to step back. You're going to learn how to slow down in your movement and how you approach things. And this is going to allow you to tap in and be able to see, and you may even be able to speak on it and say, oh, let's do this differently. Instead of doing it the way we've always done it, or we've done it like this, you recognize it and go, okay, I actually want to take this turn instead. And we've been going this way, we're going to go this way now. And maybe that's what I said you need to, in the beginning of the reading, you need to move or step away from something. Keep that in mind. And then that may be what will expose this gift in whatever way that is that we're going to get. And you're going to have a lot of, like I said, you're going to have a lot of success with people supporting you, or with a situation supporting you, or your spirit team, your guides, whatever you have support, the creator. You're definitely having the support of multiple energies at this time. And you may feel very small like this. You may think it's like a tiny triumph, but it's actually quite big. It's actually really quite big, because it's going to lead to a secret that is going to be revealed to you about a talent that you have, or something that's going to be revealed to you through your craft, through your work, whatever it is. I mean, it could be a gift, it could be an ability, whatever that is, and how that factors into that makes sense to you in your situation. But I feel like you're going to speak it into existence. You may even decide, I'm going to manifest differently and speak that into its existence. You may decide, oh, I'm going to do things differently in a different manner, and you're going to speak on it out loud. And when you do that, that changes the course of things, helps you slow down. Maybe you'll have a different routine that you implement into your life. And when you manifest those passions and speak them into existence, then they become reality in the 3D. So I feel like that's where all the elements and your tool comes into play with that situation. So make sure that you are aware and slow down, and try not to repeat, even though some of these moments are treasured memories, try not to repeat the cycles that could potentially put you in a bad future frequency. And slowing down is good, because we do want to keep having these treasured moments and these time to be able to like look back and say, I enjoyed those moments. I enjoyed those little things that maybe it wasn't like going to the Taylor Swift concert. Those are great moments too. And those can be considered as those little moments in life, but just having the time to pause and smell the roses, to be able to look and just have those quiet moments with loved ones or people or situations or whatever is meaningful to you in your life that you feel like you don't get enough of. And that's very special to you to have that. Or maybe you're just not getting enough downtime and you need to recharge more. And you'll see that that's a bad pattern, and that could be very gluttonous, that you're over consuming your own energy, or someone's over consuming your energy. So you need to take it how it resonates. Okay. We did get Rooster, which is very hardworking. So yeah, I feel like you could be someone that burns the candle at both ends, and maybe also too, this is good for you to take a pause. You need to take some breaks. You need to rest, because you're not getting enough of those quiet moments, enough time to recharge. And then that helps you see things more clearly so that you can connect the dots, you can perform better at your craft, your work situation, and then it will uncover your secret strengths. Okay. And if you enjoyed this reading, please like the video, share it, comment if this resonated with you. Thank you again to my new subscribers, and I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and thank you for stopping by. See you soon. Bye.